Hello, everybody. Fearmy Games, the next part of the DEI Cimmeria campaign. Here we are of the Wings of Pegasus, a relatively new army on the march to take out the defenses here, to take out this enemy army. It shouldn't be too hard. The majority of them are horse archers, which, if this was real life, would be terrifying for this art for us to actually face. But because this is a video game where they can't just outrun us, it's easier for us to take them out, because they have to fight us. Our archers, we don't have as many archers as they seem to do, unless these guys are maybe not archers, but they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 archers, maybe 10 if these two are actually archers. That one doesn't look like an archer though. But yeah, between 8 to 10 archers, and so we'll see how that pans out. And hopefully the audio quality will be okay today. I moved the microphone up a little higher, that way it's out of reach of the out of sight of the camera, and hopefully that works out nicely. But it makes it a little bit higher up, but it's also facing me a bit better, which I appreciate. So hopefully it balances itself out nicely. Alright, well, let's get this battle started. You guys don't need to hear me rambling. This is supply line problems, but that's just fine, because that doesn't really affect the combat. Yeah, none of these negatives are affecting combat, except for, of course, this got commander's effects, but nothing we could really do about that. Alright. Let's attack. Apparently, because we have a baggage train, that actually increases the ammunition of our archers. I didn't realize that, though. That's actually a nice effect. Because normally you couldn't have a baggage train. You have to have a baggage train to help maintain your offenses and stuff like that. But at least they gave you a bonus to it. And of course, I found other bonuses for baggage train, sacrificing them for the greater good of the army. But I don't think that was their original and design intention, Alright, well, let's get this ready. Look at that. Look at that. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So we get our hoplites in our nice firm formation to hold the front, the center of our lines. I might spread them out slightly, though, just because of the fact that I think having a little bit of separation is going to be good for them. Especially if enemies do get in here, might enable my archers to get some stuff done. But I don't want them too separated, because hoplites are very much a formation army. So I want to make sure that they're doing A-okay. Thracians are going to be a little bit back into the flanks, because their job is going to be trying to hold off against the enemy. And then, of course, I'll have my archers in the middle here. I'm tempted to do double lines, but let's try double line, actually, for archers. Let's put them in a formation real fast. Double line and line them up nicely. Might be better. Who knows? We'll see. I like that. And then we'll put our spearmen. I kind of want them on this flank here, but I'm actually going to move the Thracians back and make them a bit more safe, because the enemy do have a lot of archers. And the Thracians are very weak to archer fire, but our spearmen are very well armored and shielded, so I think they can better handle themselves against enemy archer fire. I'm going to angle them slightly, and then I'm going to put the Thracians back here, and then we'll have, of course, the baggage train back here to try and help prevent any potential enemy cav charges. It's a nice little formation, I think, and then, of course, we have our cavs on either flank as usual. I'm still trying to think about, these guys might not actually be all that useful, but I don't know. I don't know. Well, we definitely need to kind of pick. I'm going to pick the right flank for these guys and kind of just see if I can make use of them, honestly. I'm going to put these guys in melee mode because I want to make sure that when I have them selected, they're going to be ready for battle. That's about it. I'm with guard mode here, just because I don't like when my guy, except for you guys, most of my guys here are designed to kind of stay where I want them in formation and then fight to kill, you know what I mean? Alright, formation group created. Let's advance forward. We're going to have to go into the woods, but if we, it's not the end of the world. Honestly, they're at more disadvantage in the woods than we are. So they might move faster than us, so I'm actually going to I'm going to just try and keep my formation going. as best I can. The left leg's going to be best for Cav, so we'll kind of see how the situation kind of pans out. I'm going to look at my spear, because I haven't looked at these too much yet, so... And I got some, like, some breastplates. We also got some, looks to be like some padded leather, or whatever this is. Maybe, like, scale mail, maybe? Kind of all, like, in a group together over here. I like it. They look like very tough spearmen. Very mobile, too, which is good. The hoplites' main weakness is that they're not very mobile. But they're very strong when something attacks them from the front. And of course we have our Thracian Rempole warriors, light melee infantry. These guys are designed entirely to go into the back and hack and slash at people with a very high melee attack damage, a very good weapon bonus and charge bonuses and AP damage. All those adding up to make them very good shock troops, which is why we need to kind of keep them safe. They do have very small shields, but they're not enough to really protect them, I feel. And of course our good boys, the Scythian armored archers are my favorite archers so far. And yeah, we already got you guys, so we don't need to worry about you. And of course we do have our general over here, you know, our generals and our cavalry, which are just, you know, the strong boys. And we got our doggos. Good boys who need to be forced to commit murder for the greater good of mankind. By the greater good of mankind, I mean the greater good of my kind. Is the enemy still advancing? No, it looks like they've stopped, so it looks like we can safely keep advancing now. Let's see, let's advance these guys up into the woods. We discovered hidden units. Where? Were they like there, maybe? That's my only guess about hidden units we discovered. Because they did, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just know hoplites are... I feel the formation locking isn't perfect, I've noticed. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to, you know, keep moving in formation the whole time, but they're not quite doing that right now, so... Very suspicious, if I do say so myself. Our hidden units have been discovered. I'm not too surprised because they are advancing upon the enemy game, but thank you for telling me. Yeah, you see archers like slowly, they're both walking, but they, you know, they're like, oh wait, we're about to break formation, we should probably stop. They're like, oh, just don't worry about it, we're fine. The enemy's attacking, Oh. We get the formation right there. We'll engage with our own heavy troops. We have our hoplites in formation now where they need to be. The enemy has chosen to attack us now. And as you can see, some of our units have been kind of used and abused already. We're going to send these guys up to attack. So we're going to send our dogs in. Let's assist our boys. They're winning, but we might as well kind of move in just to secure that advantage and things like that. Looks like we can pull back now. Alright, we're not going to be able to successfully chase them down because they are cavalry. Oh, we could break them though, looks like. Perfect, I like that. The enemy is in the woods, so they're probably have better missile cover than we do. So it is actually smart of the AI to have not low my. I didn't realize. I made a mistake here. I didn't notice that my guys were being charged here, which means that they got flat-footed by these enemies here. And I'm going to send my Rempole warriors to try and get involved in this battle. My spearmen over here are doing a good job of just holding the line. These guys have javies, but we don't quite want to break formation yet because we still have the advantage right now, and we don't want to risk it. I've sent in my Rempole warriors to hopefully deal with the situation. I'm going to pull these guys now back to safety since they were caught flat-footed. I'm going to pull the Rempole warriors back over here. Looks like we are winning the flanks for certain now. How are they now winning? How are we losing? You were doing the chasing. How do they turn this on you, boys? Well, we'll send the general into assist. The fact that my very heavy shock troops are losing. I guess they have worse melee defense. These guys are very good at defending themselves, apparently. Yeah, that's why my guys are losing this protracted battle. They have worse melee defense, but they have better melee attack. But the melee defense difference is very significant compared to the melee attack difference. Oh my god. I tried moving you back for safety, but I ended up not noticing you were being put in danger because of that. Now, we won that flank now. We won the cav side over here. Let me get these boys lined up now. What's the situation now? That guy's breaking. I'm going to pull... Which one are you? You pulling back here. You keep up the attack. Oh, never mind. They're both broken. Pull it back in. The brawl is now basically over. So, we're good to start advancing in a moment. I don't want to push up quite yet until we have this whole front line of the enemy dealt with. It's actually apparently they send in an archer unit, which is a bit surprising to me. I guess like must run out of ammunition, but that was a bit fast. I don't know why you would think that's like what I want to do. I'm going to advance these guys forward. That way they're in the tree lines and give us hopefully a nice advantage that we can make use of. Because the trees will make it so that the enemy cav advantage is a little bit weaker because they won't have access, because they lose speed in the woods, and they also block some missiles, which means that the enemy has the missile advantage. The trees are a good benefit to us. And also allow our own archers to be on equal footing with the enemy who are in the woods as well. What's the situation over here? Looks like we might be good to start attacking their backline potentially. Let's start doing that. They attacked our war dog boys, but they're honestly were not the right target for them to attack, because now we can flank them without too much difficulty. Good thing I made that choice to have both of them attack at the same time. I'm going to inspire and rally. What's going on over here? Oh, it looks like one of my guys were attacked again. I wasn't looking, and by a light spear unit. I'm going to send my Rampoa warriors to assist. I don't know where they were attacked. Maybe they were actually attacked by archers, but I'm not too sure. But I'm going to keep them safely in the back right now. Okay, they did a great job smashing that one. Looks like I didn't even need the Rampoa Wars, not in little engagement there. But it looks like enemy cav charged in the front of my hoplites potentially. And are now doing some stuff. Why are my Scythians and my archers trying to go and get themselves in melee? That's a bit of an odd thing for them to try doing. How are these guys doing? Looks like they're considered. Looks like my Thracians have done a great job of beating those guys up. These guys did a great job taking the charge. Let's fall back in here. Let's actually get these guys involved here. A little bit of assistance from our spearmen from the back. The enemy is most likely going to try cycle charging. And combat is even, which means honestly we need to get some investment from our own side into this little excursion. Oop, I made a mistake. Yeah, good. I got these guys. They weren't charging at me. They're trying to go for my archers, but I caught them in the side, so that will stop their charge right there. I'm going to bring this guy over here to assist in this little battle. Right here, our guys are actually surrounded. Our general might just die here. He's not very well experienced, but we did break that guy, so it's perfect. He can now get involved in this little battle here. My Rampoa warriors are chasing exactly what they need to do. What's going on over here? Our cav is involved. Where is my Rampoas? Maybe this must be a different group, because my Rampoas are kind of just standing there when they're not supposed to. Let's see, I kind of want to advance forward, but these guys might not charge me quite yet. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to move these guys up here to support our push here. I'm going to leave my hoplite line and my archers kind of back where they are, because they're kind of safer where they are right now. I'm going to rally the troops. Perfect. This guy is now running away because we got a unit of spears on them, which means my general can now focus fire on one target. I'll send my Rempole warriors to assist. Come on, Rempole warriors, let's go. I know you guys are a bit tired from running around these woods all the time, but apparently you're still fresh, so maybe the battles you faced have not been too difficult after all. And now that we have this nice little screen of the archers, we're perfectly good. It looks like they're about to break due to army losses, which is perfect for us. We don't have any very light cavalry in this army who can chase, so we're just going to end battle because those calves are just gone. We lost about 583 men. Most of these are war dogs, but you know they got caught in the crosshairs. I don't really know how effective the dogs were, but they got 58 kills. I guess that's something. And they soaked up a charge that allowed the Rempole warriors to flank. Yeah, this guy got caught flat-footed multiple times because when I was looking at other flanks, a bit sorry for him, but it does look like the enemy cav are quite impressive. Even like these, I think are supposed to be like my elite cav, and I think they're better than my elite cav, which is something to keep an eye on. Maybe if I get some more Scythian horses, that might be good. Let's kill the calves. Or maybe you can ransom them, make some money out of it. I think we're just gonna kill them. Because right now, slave population's not very good right now. But let's finish them off. You showed that you're too cowardly to... You ran away, so you can maybe fight another day. I'll show you. You I'll enslave, however. We have won that battle. We got our first tradition for this army, which is very nice. Let's go for... melee defense. Let's go for melee attack. Let's go for... Let's see, is there one for movement? I like this one, increase attack missile attack range for all units. Let's go for accomplished skirmishers, because I really like that. Let's go for bonus melee attack and melee defense for all spear armed units, because that's the majority of my units in this army. Melee attack, let's see. That's an admiral thing, definitely right there. Let's go for a evil mother-in-law. That's funny. Who is this guy? And is this guy part of my family? Who are you? Who is Zotkois? I think is his name. So he's not part of my main family. Yeah, he's part of the Pentic nobility. I don't mind him losing some gravitas. Might honestly be a good idea for him to lose some gravitas per turn. Especially if it benefits my armies, you know. Cleats replenishment rate is always what I want, because you don't want my guys to be ready and healthy in as few turns as possible. Yeah, we defeated the Scythian army. There's like a small little group of 6 guys there, but they're not going to be able to even take one of my settlements, so we're not too worried about it. These guys are kind of like unable to advance for a little bit, but they will hopefully be able to do so soon. I've already declared war on us, which means we are going to need to attack them. Where is the Roman impersonators? They should be on their way. Let's see if we can find them. Roman impersonators, yeah, they're still a long ways off. They got to cross all of Asia Minor still to reach to reach Anthea. But I definitely want to start making a military naval base over. That was currently being built there, but I'm going to build a fleet. I want to first recruit I want to raise a fleet. That is, they're all Fangorian nobility. I'm not a big fan of any of these guys. I do not need these guys getting any more influence. Yeah, and one of you guys make another... allow me to raise a fleet. How, I just got to deal with it, apparently. We'll see to replace him as soon as possible. This guy's a beard, which means he's the best of them. So we can have Greek Marines, so... This one is a 40 meter long. This one's the biggest one, it looks like, with this biggest strength and crew size. This one is going to be nice because it's artillery based. So this one is Marines again. Less men than the other 2 options, but they have a is this? Tower. It has towers on, which I guess means there's archers on it. And then this one is marine archers. Well, this one has marines for damage. What does this do? It has some range capabilities with the towers to like fire down at enemies. I want to, what's the best ramming? Very strong ramming, something I definitely want. Let's see, very good boarding, very good hold strength for heavy crew. Very heavy crew, very slow speed, strong ramming, good boarding. I'm going to go for this one because I think this one's the best. So this will be the start of our brand new navy. We haven't really advanced along the naval tracks too much, but I think we'll be okay. We probably need the supply crew if we're going to advance past our borders, though thankfully our borders will start touching soon as we advance, because we take Obia. Once we take Odessos, assuming we even take Odessos, as I said, I'm more leaning towards liberating / client stating any areas over here and not start actually taking anything until I get over to Singidun, because I probably will be going to war with all their neighbors over here, so I might as well conquer that. Or what I could do is I can client state or liberate Singidun as well, and then just focus over here on the coast, which might honestly be more valuable, to try and reduce the amount of wars I'm pulled into the north here. Though I might still be pulled into the north because the Getae don't like me very much, because they're friendly with the other guys, and they won't even trade with me, despite the fact that I literally have so much wealth that I could offer them. Okay, well, let me just end turn then. But yeah, looks like there's one army. I can't tell how big it is at this point, but it looks like there might be one army left in Scythia, but they'll take like a few more turns, couple more battles, and Scythia will be non-existent, just a mere province in my grand empire. I definitely want to take over Italy, though, because why not? Though I might want to double check the objectives to see what's worth conquering. Pergamon wants me to actually go to war with Dalmatia. I honestly don't mind that. I was planning kind of going to war with them anyways. I don't really think I have any trade agreements with them. How about this? I will do it, but can you... I'm not going to client state you, but can you give me money for it? That's fine. I'll do that. Sure. Gives me more money to make my fleets, and I guess that means I will conquer that area instead of liberating it, because I think that's part of the same region. I think. Or province, I guess I should say. Okay, now it's east versus west. Pergamon and myself versus Rome. Greece has effectively fallen. Only the south of Greece is still up and going. Dalmatia now wants me to offer peace, but I'm not going to accept it because my good friends Pergamon asked me to join the war against them. But Dalmatia is like, please don't. Well, you're kind of scary. And I'm like, oh. But I think I get a penalty for accepting peace that fast. I might be able to accept it later if I don't actually end up dealing with them later, but we'll see. So Dalmatia has a rebellion imminent. I can deal with that, no problem. But, it's not ideal, but I can still deal with it. I like the increased sanitation, but both of them have that. This one is bonus wealth from agriculture farming. This one has better root unit replenishment and growth, and also has growth. I think I'm going to go for this one. I don't really plan on making this a farming area. Though I'm curious, what is the... how do I... This is this view? Yes, I want region wealth? No, it's not region growth. Maybe not region growth. Looks like everywhere north here, even our former area up here, has a 0% growth rate, apparently. I might need to adjust the arch phosphorus for that reason, but everywhere else is having large amounts of growth in like our new conquered areas. down here. I'm surprised Palmyra is in 0 growth rate down. Like, but not makes sense. They're deserts, so they're naturally gonna have lower growth rates. You know, and these ones are still being built up and brought into the fold, so it makes sense that why they're not here. Region wealth. The only hires I have is apparently Edessa, and a little bit of Mesopotamia and Parthenon. Everywhere else is actually apparently pretty on the low side in terms of wealth. Probably because I put so much money into into food to feed my people. Public order apparently is like just bad in their newly conquered area here, but for some reason Mesopotamia is just absolutely unhappy. I'll need to kind of rework. I think I need to revisit Mesopotamia and how I want to kind of address it, just to stop this public order problems that keep popping up. But everywhere else is happy, so that's good. Do we have allies to our east, southeast? We have neutral to the southwest. We have an ally directly west of us, who's basically kind of a good buffer state. Rome has actually started to push into Asia Minor. That's something we need to keep an eye on. I did not see that coming. But it looks like Pergamon's still holding here. I don't think Knossos is at war actually with Rome, so I think they're going to be just fine down south of here. So yeah, once we stop Rome, I don't want to take this. I kind of want to let Pergamon swallow it. So I might just like try to beat up the army there and then sack it and then move on if I bring the Roman impersonators here. So and of course faction ownership is, factions ownership. I thought I could also see I wanted to see, apparently political parties have different powers. I did not know that. Oh, that's pretty cool. How does that get decided? So the majority of areas are Sparta dynasty, but the area here is mostly the Tiniac nobility in the Caucasus. I think that's what that area is called. And then the Phanagorian nobility are mostly in Asia Minor over here. And then we have Pentec nobility as a slight influence right here. That's cool. I did not know that was a thing. Oh, that's pretty cool. I have to keep an eye on it, because I assume what this also means that if these guys rebel against me, this whole section is going to be what goes to war against me. And I'll need to keep an eye on the armies there and their own loyalties to make sure that they don't join the enemy. But that's pretty cool. I did not know that was a thing. But I still I was hoping that it'll tell me the fertility rates, but I guess they don't do that in Rome too. Not the fertility rates, but the growth rates. I thought I saw something for it, but I guess I did not. Because I was like, maybe, once I get to a better spot, I can not need to worry about food anymore. Maybe I'll just start working on, growth in certain areas and things like that. So, does this affect growth at all? No, but I don't have a supply pit nearby my capital. So I might as well just build up convert this actually into a supply pit. You need one more turn to finish replenishing. Well, 2 more turns technically, but I think 1 more is all it needs, really. You can attack Sierra Sena, but you're not really going to threaten it, but I'm going to still come over here and slap you in the face for daring to be in my territory. Looks like there's like a very weak army over there of enemies, but they're about to be finished off soon enough. The brave companions are on their way. I'm going to send them directly up to this area. Is that an army? Or it's the start of an army. It's not actually an army. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, it looks like this is the border right here, so there's nothing north of here. This is the edge of civilization, essentially. So once we take a Danu Apara, Scythians will be basically relegated to this one province, which will shortly be conquered in no time at all. So let me start I want to start recruiting this navy to where I want it to be. There's Assault Tetratis, which is average ramming. Which one has the best ramming? Poor ramming, so basically I definitely don't want a Triarius. Assault Darius, weak ramming. You definitely are not my first choice then. And so you're very good at kind of just being like ranged. Basically, I would use these guys if they were, if I wanted to play more of a defensive battle where I'm like trying to like swim around, avoid them, and fire at them with my fire arrows. Uncatchable. What does that mean? Does that mean that they can't be like boarded? If it's very fast, very medium crew, weak ramming, poor. So this one's not as fast apparently. But what does uncatchable mean? I should look that up because I'm kind of curious now that I'm going to want to play into the naval aspect of things. But I'm going to make a few assault tries. That way, the army here, the Roman impersonators, when I get them on my boat, they're going to be having hopefully no problems advancing over. Where did you guys end up? Where are you? There you are, Roman impersonators. You're going to meet the navy in Trapezus. So you have a couple turns to get there. That means this navy will also have a couple turns before it needs to arrive there as well. Yeah, Nastos, where's the army situation in for Pergamon? They're doing okay. They still have one full stack over here, but they are a bit on the surrounded side of things. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see, can I do any politique and make sure nobody wants to rebel against me? Still a 0% chance of rebellion, which is perfect for me. What is that? Adopt. I can't adopt myself. Oh, I guess it means I can adopt somebody else. It'd be kind of nice if I can adopt this admiral, but I can't do that because apparently he's from a different party. Then who can I adopt? I guess it would be adopting a potentially one of these candidates there. Right? Is that how that would work? Okay, that's interesting though. Okay, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Oh, there's these other nobles here who are not part of a party that I could potentially try and hire. So I could hire, for example, this guy here in Olbia. He has a lot of gravitas. Can I adopt him? So I've adopted him now into my family. He's older than my faction there, leader, which is kind of funny. And I think I'm going to... How much more gravitas do I have? I have a lot. So I'm going to start adopting more people into my own side. Hopefully that might increase the effectiveness of my faction to gain rep and stuff. You're 66, but I'm still adopting you. I'm using a lot of my guys' gravitas, but I'm hoping that in the long run, this will make it a lot easier for me to try and get things. For example, now I can have her seek a spouse, and you seek a spouse. I mean, you're a bit old to not have a wife, right? Now this guy, he can now adopt people himself. If I wanted to kind of have a long flow of people adopting. Why can't you adopt though? I guess he doesn't have enough zeal. Is this zeal? Maybe. That might be it. I'm out of gravitas now. Oh no, I'm out of money. Oh yeah, no, he just ran out. Okay, but we have officially adopted a lot of people into the family. So hopefully that will allow us to start getting a little bit more influence in the court. Now through like political action and things of that nature. And now we can kind of keep a better eye on people and try and get them involved, politically speaking. For example... So apparently I could potentially entice people to join my party if I wanted to. It'd be... They get there's loyalty... But she can successfully do it, apparently. So, and how much loyalty does this faction have? It's the Tanakh nobility. They have the highest loyalty. So, honestly, it might be worth enticing her to my side. It will temporarily lower their loyalty, but I can really raise it soon enough. I don't know where she ends up And now that she's been enticed. Oh, I guess she just becomes an other noble. That's what enticing does, apparently. I guess she joins my cause, but she's not, like, adopted, I guess, is what that means. Well, that's good to know. And what's nice is that I at least have a perfectly, simple potential line of succession. If I die, then at the very least I have heirs that I could potentially name. There's plenty of heirs I could name. This guy's virtuous, so he might be the most ideal, might be the most ideal heir right now. He also has lots of children who could potentially inherit his position. This guy doesn't really have any heirs yet. He's not even married. This guy is narcissistic. Definitely not him. See, she is histrionic, so probably not the best one. He's magnanimous. That's not a bad one to have. You're anxious, mature, which means you are not good at ambushes and you have lower morale during offensive battles, which is a problem because I'm usually having almost entirely, hostile battles. And you're hot-headed. So definitely in terms of heirs, our current top priority is you are going to be probably my top heir. So when I get the chance, I might declare this guy as heir and have have him take over as the most righteous of individuals. But I don't think there's anything we do this turn, so let's end it. We've been doing a lot of... Oh, apparently there's somebody with an unassigned skill. Let's see. You're the one who gives me food. I don't remember. Is this more of an industrial or farm area? More of a farm area. So I will have you work on farming. Perfect. All right, let's enter it. Give me one. After this will have to be the last end turn here. I'll have to be heading out, but next episode is where things will really start picking up. Scythia will be removed. Hopefully, the Roman impersonators will be able to arrive. I'm honestly super intrigued about what the situation is going to be like in. Oh, the Aridii have a navy incoming. Scythians want peace, but I don't really want to have peace with the Scythians. I want to conquer them, not have peace. So once I conquer them, I'll be more than happy to kind of do that. I will need to, once I conquer the Scythians, I can then turn my attention towards the Aridii, wipe them off the face of the earth, removing them from the Black Sea. Olbia. Yeah, it looks like we had some plague or something. Olbia had a revolution, but thankfully they're right next to one of my armies, which is basically fully replenished, so they're more than capable of taking the enemy out. So, I'm going to wish you guys a good day, night, evening, wherever you guys may be, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.